Hi everybody, welcome to Kastor'sCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of the day. So happy you guys can join us. You go to Kastor'sCorner.com for a small gallery, not a big gallery. There's not much to show on this one. The video will kind of do it all. Happy to report tonight's review. Who's this guy? You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media, and you can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts, and please hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps us out. We get to do more stuff, and we get to bring you more things, so that's always good. And you can see I've already opened said toy. So this has been I should not do that. It hurts. It really hurts. This has been a review in the making for a few days now, and I have to say I was thrilled to have it the first time, and I'm even more thrilled to have it this time. And I admit the hiccups that occurred were possibly user error versus quality. So I want to get that out of the way first of all. So I picked up this guy on Thursday or Friday at Walmart, and was excited, got it home, and realized you need batteries. So I open up my drawer, I pull out batteries, and nothing fits this battery compartment. They have to be this big. And as you can see, AAA batteries do not actually fit in said compartment, which means AA batteries certainly do not fit in said compartment. You can see there, it's too big. So they decided to do what they called, where is it? Here it is. Requires three 1.5 volt LR batteries. What the hell are LR batteries? Or LR1 batteries? No idea what that means. So I did some Googling and found out that it's actually Energizer N batteries. And it is 1.5 volts batteries. And for those of you that need to look it up, it is that number, E90BP2. They were not easy to find. My Walmart only had 2 packs, and you need 3, so I lucked out. So after going out and getting it and coming back, realizing I didn't have batteries, and then going back out to try to find them. Listen, I understand toy companies. You know what? Batteries are expensive. You don't want to include them. If they don't sell very quickly, this is more of a collector's item than a toy. It's probably going to sit in the box. You don't want the batteries to leak, blah, all that stuff. Completely understand that. Aesthetically and functionally, these had to be these batteries because a wider grip or a bigger grip wouldn't have worked for this. I get it. All things make complete sense. My only complaint is if you're going to include weird batteries that are not readily available at most stores, please include them, or tell us how exactly to get them. Jazzwares did it recently with the Fortnite chopper. Weird batteries I had to order on Amazon, and it took a week or 3 days for them to get here, 4 days for them to get here. These, again, an extra trip and a lot of Googling to try to figure out what exactly those batteries are. Now, that being said, they have been doing some great prop work. They did the Michael Keaton 89 Batman Batarang. I hate that movie. I don't like Michael Keaton as Batman. I never have. I never will. It's campy. It's hokey. I don't care if you think it was realistic. Movie sucked. Get over it. I am, however, excited to see him come back as Bruce Wayne in the new Flash movie, even though I don't really like the Snyderverse. But that's a whole nother thing I can unpack some other day. It's his work as the Vulture that really made me think that he'd be a good old Bruce. But anyway, so here's a Grapnel launcher. The Mythbusters proved that this is not possible. Size, shape, dimensions, all that cannot hold enough wire to do what you need it to do. But doesn't mean you can't have a cool prop for it. And it does fire right out like that. And the batteries are needed because it does this. Now, my first one broke because when it got to this point, I still hit the button. You don't hit the button. It overwinds it and it frees out and fries out the the motor, which is what happened in the first one. Couldn't get it out. Once it's clicked in, do not hit the motor, because then it won't be able to do that. So, and this is probably, so I get it to about here, then stop. Take my hand off the motor. So it's got the red button to fire, the little button on the inside to wind it, and it works really well. But I am very, very careful now that I'm doing it. So I hope that you can find a little bit of, there we go, a little bit of advice in that, and not overwind yours. Now, the shading on this, really well done. The paint job, I know it's very simple. Red button, little button. There's not much to it, right? There's not much to take pictures of. There's not much to review. It's probably just going to be a single picture with the video, honestly, on the website. I can show you for scale. It is probably, let's see, let's put them next to Frankenstein. It is slightly shorter than Frankenstein. I don't know, kids, growing up watching Batman the Animated Series and always wanting this grapple gun, like the cool idea of it. He's not like throwing it like Adam West with like a grapple, like this grapnel, like it was just so much fun to watch him, because they zoomed around like Spider-Man with these things. They would shoot it and then let it go and then shoot it to another building. I mean, they swung around Gotham like Spider-Man. And NECA has done a really good job making these props. Now, I will warn you, this does hurt. If you shoot it, it does sting. I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, you won't be able to see. It does leave marks. It is, and I'm just pulling it out so it winds it correctly. It does hurt. So do not aim this at your friends. Do not aim this at your pets. Do not aim this at yourself. It does hurt. And I wouldn't keep the springs engaged, so I'm probably going to fire it one more time. Just to kind of get it in the almost locked position. So, I mean, it holds on really good. It is a great prop gun. There are no hooks to it, so it's not going to hook onto your belt at all. There's no like loops or anything that you can kind of put it if you're going to be cosplaying. But if you're cosplaying as Batman and want one of these, it's $29.99. It's not a bad price for a thing with a motor. When I first got it and didn't realize that it actually had a motor and needed batteries in it, I was like, oh, $30 for this. But you know what? Having it, playing with it, breaking it, using it again, yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. It's going to go next to my lightsaber and my Iron Man helmet. It's definitely staying out on the shelf. It's that good of a prop. I even pre-ordered, before this, I pre-ordered the Nightwing Eskrima sticks. And hopefully those will be coming out soon too. So I'm dying to get my hands on those. Again, they pop out and light up, and so I'm excited about it. I think they light up. NECA is knocking it out of the park, and I think that they're also going to do a Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond battering. So I'm looking forward to those as well. I mean, Hasbro's been doing those props for Marvel for so long. DC Collectibles used to do them, but they weren't functional. They were like statue pieces. Like the Infinity Gauntlet I have back there. It's really nice. Eagle Moss Hero Collector did a great job with it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not... it's more of a piece. And the Infinity Gauntlet from Hasbro was great. But we see these kind of collector items downstairs. I've got the Green Lantern. It's not made of plastic. It's made of, I think, resin or something. It's made of something that can chip and wear away. And so it's not something that I would take out and play with. It's something that I would put on a shelf and just leave it alone. It's a museum piece, really. This feels more functional. This feels more play-like. And I appreciate that it can be bought at Walmart. It can be bought at other retailers eventually. And it's functional. Not really functional, but it does do some work. So NECA, great job. I love this thing. I can't wait to, it'll go up on my shelf as soon as I'm done taking pictures. So you can check out the 4 pictures, probably I'll do backside and buttons, on the website castorscorner.com, but you can also check out our past 188, 89, wherever we are, past reviews. There's a link to most of those there and on our YouTube channel. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media, and subscribe to the Cornercast podcast. Please subscribe to that. We really appreciate your help on there too. Good conversations with all kinds of collectors and artists, looking at how they get inspired to do the work that they do. We've really enjoyed kind of stepping that up. So, and remember, hit the subscribe button somewhere down here, here, somewhere around here. We really appreciate all the support there, because the more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And that's the best part of this journey. We're coming up on 200, and we're learning some new skills, and we'll see if they work out for 200. But the road to 200 is there, and then it's only 165 days after that, which does sound like a lot because I'm just at 180. But yes, still, 200 days is kind of insane. Can't wait to talk about that. And I'm already planning for months ahead. So, yeah, we got a lot coming up. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow night on another Toy of the Day here on CastorsCorner.com.